Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
So check it out. The D6 Squad has merch now. We got hoodies, tees, mugs, whatever you need. Check it out. Link in the description. What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. I want to do something a little bit different. Usually you would do this on FanSpeak. I wanted to just do just a free agency sim, looking at this salary, looking at how we could possibly get out of this debacle, this mess that 2020 caused the entire NFL to be in, to where it says negative 13 million, but I'm going to use this as if we were negative 3 million because that's what I've seen pretty much everywhere. But FanSpeak has not updated their offseason free agency simulator yet. So the next best thing I can do is use Spot Rack. I mean, that's pretty much the next best thing I can do. And this way I can kind of adjust everyone's salary and all of that. So I think this is pretty much the only way I can do this. But I want to look at just pretend this is negative 3 million. And the first thing that I would do if I'm Dave Gettleman is tell Nate Solder, don't worry about, coming to facility. Don't worry about, prepping in the offseason or using our facility to train. Don't worry about it. You're gone. You're gone. Kevin Zeitler, you are an amazing offensive lineman for us, but we cannot pay you $15 million a year almost. You're gone. Golden Tate, it feels good to do this. You're gone. Blake Martinez, you don't want to mess with his contract. He just had a great season. $10 million is fair for him. Saquon, the same thing. I mean, you're not cutting Saquon. Sterling Shepard, I think Sterling Shepard is definitely a candidate to be restructured. So that's shaving $5 million off of it. I don't know if that's a pay cut or a restructure, how they'll attack that, but I think he's definitely a candidate, definitely to be restructured. Let's take this. Logan Ryan, he's going to stay at $7 million. I doubt he gets restructured. They always go to the kickers to restructure with Graham Gano. So I think that Graham Gano will definitely be a candidate to restructure. So mind you, you add 10 million to whatever we have because they had us at negative 13 million, but we're really at negative 3 million. So we're not actually sure what the exact cap space is going to be, but this is around what people think. So for now, we're going to just add the 10 million because it seems like it's wrong. So 25 million in cap space right now with the moves we made so far. You're not doing anything with Dexter Lawrence. Nick Gates is still at $3 million. He's a starting center. He's functional. He's great. David Mayo, he's getting cut. You're not paying David Mayo $2 million. You're not paying Cody Core $2 million. Dante Pettis, I think that's probably fair. He probably stays on the team at least, next year. He's at least going to compete. BJ Hill, same. Sam Bill, I doubt that he has a spot on this roster at this point. It's kind of, we've evolved. He was a third-round pick for us in the supplemental draft like 4 or 5 years ago, and he has not done anything. And I think they're pretty much going to be out of patience with him. Sam Bill is going to go. Jimenez will stay. Julian Love will stay. Matt Parrott is definitely going to stay. McIntosh will definitely stay. Elijah Penny is a candidate to be cut, but they might just keep him. Isaac Yadam, the same thing. Ryan Lewis, kind of the same thing. But I think they'll pick between these two. Maybe they keep both because Yadam kind of came on the second half of that season. Ryan Lewis was definitely good that first half, though. Taquan Mizell, I don't think they're going to keep someone like that for $900,000. So right now we're at $31 million. Like I said, you add on the $10 million. It's hilarious that this random is getting paid more than Darius Slayton because he's a fifth-round pick. Kenny Wiggins, I think they probably will cut him. 33 years old. He's not going to really develop into anything at this point. Carson Tinker's our long snapper. Quincy Wilson they picked up, I think, this towards the end of the season, so they'll probably keep him. Let's kind of purge for these older offensive line, older people, period. I don't think they're going to keep Chad Slade as a developmental piece. I don't think they're going to, let's see. Okay, we got mostly young guys now, so that's cool. We're now at $33 million. That's what we've cleared up so far. Alex Tanney, I'm pretty sure Alex Tanney is going to be gone. Let's see what else we got here. I think we're looking pretty good. Spencer Pulley's gone. I don't know how I missed out on that. And Levine Toilolo is definitely gone as well. I don't think we're going to pay him $3 million. He didn't really do much. He didn't even play much last year, so I don't know what we were paying him for. He played a bunch in that stretch in the middle of the season, a lot of blocking, but other than that, I mean, it's usually Caden Smith on the field before him, and I think he'll just go. He's getting paid way too much, especially in a year like this. He's going to have to go. I mean, that contract will make sense going forward, next year, but not right now. And mind you, too, if I end this video and you guys look at the contracts and everything, and you say this dude isn't even on the books for 2021. It's not my fault. It's Spot Rack's fault. This is a reputable site, and if they have this stuff wrong, I mean, that's crazy. So far, these are the transactions we've made. Nate Solder, Kevin Zeitler, Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, Graham Gano, David Mayo, Cody Core, Sam Bill, and a couple of bombs. Okay, so you're not doing anything with DJ's contract. You're not doing anything with Jabril Peppers' contract. When you look at the people that are getting paid the most, maybe they talk to James Bradbury and push that back. But, I mean, he's really not a guy that you really want to restructure with because he's had such a great season. But like I said, maybe you talk to him and you push that back. Maybe you talk to him and you take, a couple million off this year and pay him next year. So that's all possible. But I think they wanted to get his salary out of the way his first 2 years. But I would just talk to James Bradbury and say, hey, do you want an extension? Because he's going to be a free agent at, 30? So I was just talking extension if I'm the Giants, but that's just me. Other than that, Evan Ingram is very, very, very interesting. Evan Ingram is very interesting. And for the sake of the video, I'm going to talk to people about trading him. Now, Cardinals fans have been in my comments all offseason saying that Kyler Murray would take Evan Ingram to the next level and it's all Daniel Jones' fault. And that's fine. You can have him. We probably trade him for a 4th round pick, something like that. He's gone. We don't get any dead cap for trading him. That's $6 million off the books. So now we're at $45 million. So you know what I'm going to do with that $45 million? I'm not going to go out and sign a tight end. Definitely not going to do that. TJ Brunson is probably a candidate to be cut too. He struggled. He didn't really get much time on the field, and I think they're going to keep with Tay Crowder. So that kind of pushes it to $46 million. Shaquille Taylor, that gets you to $47 million. But of course, Jordan Chun and all of these people, you get the point. You can make a couple of more moves to get you even closer, if you absolutely need to get rid of people. So when you click add free agent, they're going to show me a list here. They're not showing me everybody yet. Okay. So, everybody's popped up. Kyler Fackrell is somebody that's interesting. I've really been thinking about if the Giants are going to bring him back. But let's not focus on him right now. I don't think Leonard Williams will be back. Colt McCoy, I don't think he'll be back. Cam Fleming is someone that's interesting because if he's our backup tackle next year, I'm satisfied because he was decent this year. Our offensive line was not horrible. They weren't horrible. But the first person I'm looking at is Dalvin Tomlinson. That's definitely the first person I'm looking for. And then I'm going to look towards the Lions, Detroit Lions, and I'm going to go after the big receiver. I'm going to go after Kenny Golladay. Now, with these two, I say Dalvin Tomlinson. I think Spot Rack has it's no point in paying, any attention to what they think. It's no point in paying much attention to who's going to be, what the exact salary is. But I'm just going to make an estimate and say he makes like $13 million. So let's see. Okay, let's fix him too. And I'm going to say that the cap hit, at least for this year, it'll probably be less than this if we were to sign him. But I'll say that the average cap hit for him will be 18.5. So that'll bring us down to $16 million in cap space. and you leave about 8 to 10 million to sign rookies. So you probably can make one more move, and I think that one more move is going to be getting a cornerback in free agency, or a defensive end like Everson Griffin, or someone that we already have like Kyler Fackrell. We could, of course, forget about Kenny Golladay and sign someone like Shaq Barrett. There's a lot of ways we can go in free agency, but this is just, a rough draft. So let's look at cornerbacks. Look at cornerbacks. And I'm just going to select somebody. I'm just going to pick someone, not really paying attention to the name at this point. Let's say we signed Bashaud Breeland. Rashad Breeland, give him $7 million a year, $6-7 million, and I think at this point, is that 70 or something? What's going on? I don't know how they. Okay. So this is delayed. So this brings us to $10,400,000 because, like I said, we were 10,000 off to start this off. So this brings us to $10,400,000. We've got a couple more, moves there that we can make. We can sign, the replacement inside linebacker or special teamers, whatever we want to go out and sign, we'll be able to do. We can sign veterans at safety. We can, whatever you need to do for depth, you can always bring in. But this is a pretty rough draft of it. And I will be satisfied with this offseason. Bringing back Tomlinson as that, inside nose tackle to continue to dominate inside in that run game. Kenny Golladay to stretch the field and to be that big target for DJ. And Bashaud Breeland to line up across from James Bradbury. I would appreciate that. I would like this offseason. And I think these numbers really work out. I think they're very realistic numbers. And like I said, pay no attention to this cap space because this is really 10 million, 10.4 million. And these numbers will not, these are just average salaries. So this number will probably be somewhere around 7 million. This number will probably be around 14 million or 13 million. This number will probably be, 3 million, depending on the years of the contract and the guaranteed money you have to also realize. So definitely will be excited about this offseason. Definitely would be excited if we got Shaq Barrett or something like that. But you guys let me know who you want to dive after I just showed you that we could possibly create 45 million in cap space by cutting these guys that you see here. And then I don't think they have everybody there, but by cutting the guys that I've already said we could get rid of, and then going out and trading Evan Ingram. Because if we trade Evan Ingram, we gain 6 million in cap space. There's no dead cap for cutting him or trading him. So I think that's something the Giants should really look into. But you guys let me know what you think of my mock free agency, and what would you do? So if you made it this deep into the video, I'm calling you a D6 squad member. If you're a D6 squad member, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to turn on that notification bell. And listen, I make all kinds of content for NFL teams. So if you're not a Giants fan, don't worry. I'll cover your team. If I'm not covering your team, let me know. And have a good one.